G'day golfers. Ever found yourself redirecting blame and making excuses after having an absolute shocker on a golf course? I know that I have. Range was closed, I was a little cold, didn't warm up, I hit it in those 3 old divots. Then we have the podcast for you. We focus on how to fundamentally own your swing. Strike it pure and consistently shoot in the 70s. Be it if you're a weekend hack, retired and playing daily, a school phenom or a tour professional. We present and discuss facts and physics pertaining to golf, trying to keep our ego and opinion at bay. We dispel myths such as keep your head down, bend your knees, or my all-time favourite, game improvement irons. So stop drinking that mythical Kool-Aid and have a sip of ours. I think you'll find it both inspiring and refreshing. I'm Scott Young, founder of Swing, PGA professional and ex-tour player. And together with physical therapist Dr. Sean Joyce, welcome to Pivot the Path. G'day golfers and good morning, SJ.
Good morning, everybody. It's election day today.
Election day. We're filming on an election day. We're coming to you on Thursday. So hopefully Thursday everything's calm and just powering on.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting
See what
few
happens.
days.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Interesting next few years in the States.
Yes. Hopefully everyone's just safely gets on and carries on. Mate, how's your week looking?
Pretty good. We're sneaking away Friday, so short one
nice.
for me.
Where are
which is
you
nice.
off to?
We're going upstate, Tannersville.
Oh, okay.
So you go
2 hours.
past Woodstock a ways up, and then all of a sudden you go up this steep incline. And we went there a couple of years ago, more in the wintertime, but it was, dry, totally normal, just kind of wintry upstate New York.
Yeah.
You go up this incline, there was a foot of snow.
Oh, wow.
So I don't expect that
cool.
this year, but it's cool. It kind of feels like you get far enough away.
So about 2 hours when it said
2.5,
2.5?
I think. Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll just go up, hang for the weekend. We were talking about Innis.
Yes.
Which is I guess, kind of a resort upstate. It's not quite that far. It's along the way, but they have a really cool 9-hole
Little
course.
9-hole track, yeah.
So if weather holds up, which today's going to be in the 70s.
70s here in NYC. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I might sneak 9 holes in.
Nice.
I can bring the dog along. They just let her rip around.
That's
so,
awesome.
She'll go find the balls I hit in the woods.
So there's a farm-to-table golf course, Innis Golf Club. I don't know what it's called. Is it Innis?
Innis.
Yeah, Innis Golf Club. It's little 9 holes, farm-to-table hotel, boutique hotel. The whole thing's just brilliant.
Looks awesome. The course looks really kind of natural. They built it into the landscape.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be 10 out of 10 manicured, but you're going there for ambience.
Yeah, I mean, it's November. If I'm out playing golf, then happy days.
Is your dog big enough that eagle doesn't just kind of pick it up and...
I think so, but yeah, it depends on how big this eagle is.
Yeah. Do we get any bald eagles?
She's just under 20 pounds, so.
Have you ever seen a bald eagle in the Northeast?
Yeah, Marie's probably laughing if she's listening to this. I remember seeing one upstate. I was driving on a windy mountain road looking through the sunroof. Saying there's a bald eagle up there. I just about ran us off the road into a creek. So.
Awesome. I mean, they're big.
Yeah, a bigger wingspan than me, probably.
Yeah. Damn.
Impressive.
Now, the Joyces, we've had a couple of hiccups yesterday. Shout out to Patty. We're so sorry, Mum, that what happened?
Yeah, she was on hole 3 at my parents' course. Damn. Hit a ball in the weeds. That's where she went wrong.
So, Patty, next time, get your face to path better.
Greens in regulation, Mom.
Jeez.
But she tripped going to look forward. There's this down slope. I know exactly where it's at on the course and busted her ankle up, broke some bones.
Oh, so, poor thing.
But she's a tough cookie. She's in good spirits. She's
got to get them set and...
Unsure as of now, but likely we'll have to have some pins put in to stabilize. Better days ahead. But,
better days ahead.
Always a curveball around the corner.
Yeah, never know.
So what about you guys this weekend?
We had a really cool weekend. We took the kids, our cousin Brian and Carolyn, whom we're very close to, just became a lieutenant colonel in the US Army at 40, and he had his 40th birthday. Yeah, really cool. Ranger, he's legit. He's been promoted and going up the chain big time, and we're super proud of them. So we went to the San Antonio Joint Base, which was huge. It was he's a PA medical doctor, and so that's the home of the medical branch of the US Army.
Oh, cool! I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so lots of cool health and medical and advances going down there.
Yeah, awesome.
So it was cool. Kids loved it. And surprise party down there, so we had a ball.
Was he surprised they pull it off?
No, he actually knew. I was in the hotel getting our kids some dinner, and he walks in like 2 hours early, and he looks at me and goes, "Dude, what are you up to?" And this guy is legit. He is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can't bullshit him. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, no. And I was like, gaff for words. And he looked at me. He's like, dude. Guy's had like 10 years on tour in Syria and Afghanistan.
Yeah,
So
pretty hard to surprise somebody
pretty hard to
like
surprise
that,
him.
I think.
But it was brilliant, and they're phenomenal. And they got some stuff coming down the pipe. So shout out Carolyn and
Cool.
Brian.
Yeah, best of luck to them. That's awesome.
So news from the fairways. What do we have? Pretty quiet week in the golf world.
Yeah, not much going on.
There's been rumblings this week in the media. Now I don't trust the media, but that Live and PGA Tour have found a solution. Hasn't been publicly proclaimed yet.
Yep.
So that's good.
Yeah, I've seen a couple things about it, but until there's a deal struck,
And then PGA Tour didn't play, DP didn't play. LPGA Tour, we had Rio Takata. This is a great story. We love great stories here. This young lass is 21 and wasn't on LPGA Tour, but this was a Japanese LPG, so JLPGA, and it was co-sanctioned with the LPGA, and she won. So that gives her LPGA status.
That's awesome.
Which
Huge
is cool.
Performance for her then.
So she was going to tour school, but now she doesn't have to because she's got a card.
Yeah.
Seems good chick.
Yeah, really cool.
So that was great. And she won a little 300 grand.
Yeah, 21 years old. It's a good payout there.
And on Al Greens, how did you play? You played well. Big news from SJ.
Yeah, had a good round out there.
Couple
on Saturday.
over, 2 over.
Beautiful day. Four of 70. So
par 70.
But it was good.
So
it was funny.
do?
We were talking about it. I kind of just relaxed a little bit. As simple as it sounds, but no expectations. I kind of had a swing thought of just swinging out to 3 o'clock with my shoulders, just in terms of club path, and then kind of 3/4 effort.
Yeah. So we've worked towel drill with SJ for a couple of weeks now, and that 3/4 feel is when the towel stops your arms from lifting. That gives you a sense of 3/4.
Yeah, it feels like 3/4 effort, and I really was just kind of thinking about what shot I wanted to hit.
Yeah, love it.
I feel like I've done enough work with my body where I wasn't thinking anything technical, and came together pretty well.
And then last week we worked on point alignment with your putting, which I think
made a huge difference. So I was so uncomfortable 2 weeks ago putting, so
SJ came and he said, look, the putting's I'm not quite zoned in on my start line. So what are we?
Yeah, so we just spent some time in here. We've got dots on the floor, a whole alignment setup, which we've gone through with a lot of you guys.
Yeah.
Just to make sure, for one, I'm picking a target, which we even talked about. Sometimes it's hard for me to find something on the green. But this time of year, there's acorns, there's leaves, all sorts of things to use.
But to that, you don't need to find, when you're picking a spot to land on a chip, I pick a spot on every golf hole, whether it's chip, pitch, putt, driver, I pick a spot, preferably a foot in front. Now, if my coffee mug was down the line to my neck and chest here, the camera, if my coffee mug was 2 inches offline, then I would just think 2 inches left of the coffee mug being the target line. The point is the spot doesn't need to be on the target line. Preferably if it can, great.
Yeah. But it doesn't always work out that way.
Yeah.
So that kind of freed me up, and I just was like, all right, I'll pick a spot. And then I'd practice a bunch throughout the week lining up properly. So I felt comfortable over all my putts. And there were a couple I was actually proud of this. I didn't feel comfortable. I probably didn't line up right. And I actually backed off and reset, which I don't know if anyone else had this experience, but when you don't feel comfortable over the golf ball,
walk away.
I don't know if it's ever gone well when you just pull the trigger and swing.
100%.
So yeah.
And I really we worked on the putting, and SJ, you said, oh, wow, I've really got to look at that spot. And sometimes I think a lot of amateurs, they pick the spot, and then from standing behind the ball to walking in, they lose that spot. You really got to lock in on that spot.
Yeah, that's how I was feeling a couple weeks ago. So cleaning that stuff up kind of freed me up just to be more natural on the greens.
That is awesome.
It was a fun day out there. It was beautiful.
And then I just wanted to return to a couple of big mental gaffes, which kind of cost a couple of big teams here. So sorry if there's a bit of noise. We've got construction upstairs. But we had the World Series in Game 5 where the Yankees had to win to move to LA. And top of the 5th, pop sky, Aaron Judge is coming in to catch it. Now, if he catches this ball, it's 3 away, move on. But as he goes to catch the ball, he looks where he's throwing to try and get a double play. And this is rolling off the tongue like I'm a baseball fan. I don't watch baseball at all. But anyway, I was actually watching this, and as Judge went to catch the ball, eyes off the ball, which is, as you said to me, high school stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've played some baseball growing up, but that's day one when you're very young, junior baseball,
Watch
they
the
just
ball
say
into
catch
the
the
mitt.
ball first, then go where you're throwing.
Yeah.
So
the point is, the best in the business took their eye off the ball, literally and figuratively. One shot, one routine, finish a routine, and then move on. Aaron catches that ball, three side away. Yankees were up. They were up 5-0 at that stage. He then drops the ball, a couple of other gaffes, and then they lose the game. They scored 5 homers in that innings, and then all of a sudden it's 5-all, and then things change again. Sorry about the noise here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those glaring examples, which I think we parallel with golf a lot, because you've got every single opportunity, every shot you play to give it a chance or not, depending on what your focus is, if you're locked in, if you have a process to begin with, and then if you follow the process.
Stick to one shot, one routine, perform a routine absolutely clinically. I promise you'll get down a 4-5 handicap. That routine should be, am I aligned right? Is the ball in the right spot? Control the things you can control. I always tell my guys, play each shot as if it's your first shot of the day with nothing unencumbered coming in. As commitment as that hammer is on our ceiling above us, commit to your routine. So,
exactly. And
then the second one was when the Jets were playing last week. Young kid, first time he's ever been on an NFL play. Cuts through about 4 or 5 people, goes to score a touchdown and lets the ball go before he crosses the line. Now, they won the game. So here we've got Judge, who dropped a simple catch, and this kid dropping the ball before he goes over. Different outcome, but same process.
Yeah, he got away with one there, team-wise speaking, but I'm sure he will never do that again.
The point is, guys, process. We're so proud that SJ, and look, you've just had 4 over, but you're about to shoot, under par easy as. And it's all about process. As the point is, as the top half of the nation starts to cool down and maybe rounds out playing, we're going to try and play every time it's above 40, you and I.
Yeah.
So we hopefully got another 6 weeks to play. We should be able to sneak it in till about Christmas time.
Yeah, and you get the odd 60-degree day where you can get out there.
Heated vest, baby. Heated vest. Maybe take stock of your game. So for me, I just got back to working a little bit of short game. My short game just let me down the last couple of rounds. And so I've been chipping every day for half an hour. My chipping's come back like an absolute storm. I got myself on video and I'm working on a little flipper at the moment. And it's amazing what I feel as though I'm keeping my hands ahead of face. I'm actually flipping and keeping my hands slightly behind face, which I actually, in this particular shot, I want my club face to get to the golf ball before my hands. And it's amazing getting yourself on video, what is feel and what is real.
Yeah, same with putting too.
Yeah.
You had got some video of me just putting, and you can pick up a lot from that. I think a lot of
100%.
people don't really dive as technical into their putting as they probably should. But
And we use numbers here a lot. In fact, I'm just looking at the numbers. I was putting last night. So on a 12-foot putt, 1.4 going back, 1.9 coming through. So I'm opening and closing the blade 1.5 degrees. That's the whole idea of putting. Make sure with your putting, if my advice, get numbers before you change. And then once you've got numbers of what the putter face is doing, use blast motion. Then you can go, well, if my putter face is opening 1.4 degrees and closing 1.9, then I'm going to miss everything left. So make sure you have objective numbers. Then we work back. So with SJ, you were aiming, holy moly, about 1.5 cups right on a 10-foot putt.
Yeah, I was way off.
Way off.
So really helpful though to know, and then you can make a correction instead of guessing, because I surely would have, done the wrong thing if I didn't know it was happening.
Yeah, so again, get back to the judges of the world and the Jets of the world. The next day following the loss of the World Series, you could hear we were it was Halloween, and I was listening to dads just take the Yankees. They were stripping shreds. And I'm like, firstly, guys, you've never been in the same position. Mm-hmm. What we'll never do is Monday quarterback, but you can learn from these guys. Mm-hmm. Judd focuses on his process, watches the ball into the mitt, gets part one of his process catch down, then looks for the double play. They get out. Maybe the Yankees win that. Maybe they win the World Series. Point is, if you just stick to your process, which is control what you can control. The golf game is about one routine. What's my objective in this routine? Get golf ball from point A to point B, in the easiest path of least resistance.
Yeah, definitely.
So
And I think one thing you said that we brushed over quickly, but it's really, really important is treat every shot like the first one of the day.
100%.
So don't take the baggage from the shot you hit on the last hole that you didn't like into the shot you're going to hit now, because that will bleed in and,
absolutely,
and results decrease from there.
And I will just say that again. If you take in the prior shot to your next shot, as Hogan says, the most important shot's the next one in golf, but I think people don't understand what that means. If you can pull the trigger with absolute no effort, no mental anguish, you're taking a shot as if it's your first of your day, it's amazing how free you can get.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt this week. And between,
so
all the
good.
work we were doing in the gym, everything you've helped me with practicing wise, I was like, I'm physically...
You've got this.
The swing's there, but just got to get out of your own way sometimes.
Yeah.
And enjoy it.
Yeah, bloody have a smile on your face.
Exactly.
Beauty golfers, look, thanks for listening. Remember, you can absolutely own your swing. Make the process. Have a process. Perform the process. You can own your swing outdoors.
Yep, I feel like it's the glue that kind of keeps everything together. And we will be back next week talking more transition. We did a lot of backswing the last time before. We'll get some more demonstration going so we can piece the whole backswing, transition, downswing together for you guys and give you a bit of a platform.
And we'll make sure jackhammering's not happening for our transition.
Yeah, that'd be helpful. See you guys next week.